Alright guys, here we are live, coming in here at Power Hour. We were a little behind the 8 ball earlier this morning, but we were looking at a trade here at the Go Long, one of our setups, and this is the second time it's going around here, and we're catching it here, getting involved. I've already got some of this trade locked in. Guys, this is just sim here, and what we're doing is for educational purposes only. It's not trading advice. We're showing off our system. Right here, you can see right here, the lower B4 indicator, we're up at, what is it, 2.47. That's pretty high up there. We usually get about a +3 with our B4 210 bars. We're going to guard. What we typically want to do is with our value areas of our footprint candles, if they start overlapping, if that bottom of that value area lines up with the bottom of this value area, I want to guard. But until then, I can kind of guard either behind the candle itself. Is what I typically like to do. But see, when it gets right there, see how the value areas level out? It's time to tighten up your stop loss. We are at a previous point of control of a candle, and the top of our zone here, our squeeze zone, that red area you see right there, that red triangle.
Stop filled.
So this is a resistance area. Guys, over here we have our B4 footprint. We have it on a 30-minute chart. We're looking at what the overall the bigger picture is here, and overall we're bullish. I'm going to remove these drawings while I'm here. That's here. This is my B4 show you. I'm pulling it over to for our Ichimoku now. I'm bringing it over to NinjaTrader. I haven't fully ported it yet, but that's a representation of it. We had an open space signal right there, which would have keyed an entry. Even though we are in the bearish Kumo, our system's telling us to look for bullish moves. Chikou is above candles and meeting resistance at the top of the Senko span A here. We have our show you dots to give us an idea of what momentum will look like in the future with these dots that you see here. Typically, we trade in the direction of the Kijinsen and Ichimoku. And if that Kijinsen starts turning up, momentum should be turning up. Right now, we're at the top of our move, and we signaled a bearish signal right here with the lower big 4 indicator. So we could take a bearish scalp here. I'm going to go ahead and turn that back on. We can just put a resting order there if we like. Show you how we use that. This is our chart trader interface. That was a discretionary short entry. Even though I'm looking at the Ichimoku here, it's flipping over to the upside, we may come down and test the Kijinsen. That would bring us back down to the 0 area here on the lower B4 indicator. If that does happen, that'll put us coming down here to about to the R1 and then returning to the upside. That signal you see right there, that's the B4 indicator itself signaling a sell signal. Now, a lot of people criticize my little B4 indicator. That was the first indicator I built whenever I taught myself to code. And they say, oh, I love your indicator, but it's not as accurate as my hyped up RSI, my double stochastic, my Williams percent R, my awesome oscillator, and etc. My stochastic with my 1233 fine-tuned settings. Well, to that, all I gotta say is, okay, you just proved to me you have no idea how to use my indicator. Thank you very much. We don't go by those buy-sell signals. We know that down here, when it crossed over and locked in, that was the top of the move. This is a conservative entry to the downside and only supposed to be after the candle closed. So they tell me, well, it doesn't nail the tops and bottoms. Well, that's because you don't know how to use it. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and lock that. So we were watching this candle and it started showing some signs of, locking in here. So I went ahead and guarded. Now we're getting some movement. I'll go ahead and drop that a little bit behind that point of control right there. Reason why I'm being so aggressive with this, I'm just thinking it's going to come to the zero line here before it reverses. For that reason, I'm guarding it pretty tight. I want to make sure I paid for the trade and made a little profit. I don't want to snuff it completely out in case it does decide to run back down here to VWAP.
Stop filled.
I just want that to be a successful trade, and that's what we have. For all intent and purposes, I'm still bullish with Ichimoku. So that was just a little pullback trade in my expectations. That's my alarm going off telling me it's time to get out of the market. And we're going to go ahead and sign off with that, guys. Thank you so much for your attention. You can check out our system on B4